It's really windy out here, so hopefully the wind isn't too terrible. But I'm gonna do this project and I'm probably gonna regret it, but still. So here's the Jeep behind me. So let me go into what happened. So the clutch and all that, talked about all that, but I took it to a shop. They bled out the clutch and it worked fine, but now it's got a bunch of ABS lights and everything on. Bled the clutch out. I spent like 3 hours, couldn't get it. He said he worked on it for about 4 hours, got the clutch bled out. It only cost us like 170 bucks, so it wasn't too bad. But now it's got like ABS codes, service brake codes, it's got all kinds of codes. But apparently after 2016 on Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, any Fiat, all these vehicles, you can't just hook up to the OBD2 port. You need a special connector. So this is a, they call it a 12-8. Let me reposition. They call this a 12-8, so this is just a regular OBD2 port on this side, but then it's one of them's an 8-pin and one of them's a 12-pin. So on Chrysler vehicles 2016 and newer, they have what's called a security gateway module. So it doesn't allow access to the CAN network unless you have the Chrysler specific tool, which I thought OBD2 was an open standard, but apparently it's not. So you have to unplug the security gateway module and plug this harness in, and then it'll give you an OBD2 port. See right here, it's Chrysler 12+8 is what they call it. So let's try to do this on this Jeep, which I'm already probably going to regret. So it's the security gateway module is basically behind the cluster, and like you can't really get it from the bottom. But apparently you can get it through this hole here. There's this little panel comes off. So we're gonna see what happens here. Okay, so after about an hour, so I tried to pull the cluster and tried to do it that way, but you can't get it through the cluster. So you pull this panel here underneath the steering column, and then you see the flashlight. Like, you're probably not gonna be able to see it, but it's way back in here. And what I did is I used this serpentine belt tool to push the connectors. Well, I snuck my hand up here like this, and now both of the connectors are right here. But it's behind the body controller, so it's like, I don't even think you can see it. You could see the barcode kinda. It's like way back in there. So let's plug in the harness and see what we get here. I unplugged one of the clutch sensors too, so I gotta plug that back in. Okay, so I got my Blue Point little scanner plugged in, and it says no codes found. But if you look at the dash, there's ABS lights, there's all kinds of traction control lights, 4-wheel drive. So I don't know, let me try this other scanner and see what happens. Okay, so this scan tool, same thing, no fault codes. So that was a big old waste of time. Let's go up here, read codes. This vehicle has no fault codes. So nothing. Let's see if it'll run like this. Okay, so this was a big waste of time for me, but hopefully I at least helped somebody out with this video. So this is, let me zoom back out. So this is the driver's side, right underneath the headlight switch. You take this panel off, and then this here's the body controller. But what you're looking for, security gateway module, is up above. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a shot of it. You could see it earlier. So hopefully you can see that. You can see right there, you can see those, I'll put an arrow. You can see those two plugs. That's it right there.
Okay, so I kind of wanted to go through and show why and what the security gateway module is, or SM. They call it either SGW or SGM. So I do have a special guest. Henry here is joining us. He doesn't have a mic, but he's listening with his really cool Super Mario headphones. Okay, so this is an article that I found, I don't know, just on Google. But it says, in 2015, hackers were able to remotely take control of a 2014 Jeep Cherokee and manipulate many of the vehicle features, including the steering and the braking system. Certainly wasn't the first incidents of vehicle hacking, but it gained the most attention because they did like a video and stuff on it. So I think what it says, does it say in here, they were able to gain access through the vehicle's Uconnect system, which is like the Bluetooth stereo or the Bluetooth audio system, and then through the 3G and then the LTE network. So that's kind of why Chrysler decided to do this whole security gateway module thing. But then here's another tab that I found. This is just another website, and they're kind of explaining how to get through the security gateway module and everything like that. But hear what he's saying that's interesting. So he says starting in 2018. So I think in the video I said 16, but it's 2018. So starting in 2018, Fiat Chrysler Group, Fiat is now part of Stellantis. Vehicles such as Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep are all equipped with security gateway module. It's also known as SGW or SGM. And what it basically does is it blocks the CAN network from users. So then here's another little spot he put. In addition to preventing internet-based hacking, the manufacturers have disabled access for aftermarket diagnostic scanners to clear fault codes, perform activations, and perform programming. So that's kind of their whole point, is they block aftermarket diagnostic tools from even reading fault codes or anything like that. So apparently I thought OBD2 was an open standard, but I guess it's not. So check that out. That's what they're saying. So hopefully I could at least help somebody out with this video. I know it didn't really help me out, but at least put some information together and put it out so maybe somebody can get some use out of this video. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you so much.